Pregnancy is a true miracle, especially when it's long awaited. Even before Angie and Gino got married, they dreamed of having at least 2 children, a boy and a girl. They even discussed the names for their future children. Without delay, Angie got pregnant and gave birth to a healthy and cute son. Just 2 years later, Angie became pregnant again and gave birth to their second baby, a second son. These 2 children were a source of pride and joy for their parents. While they were happy to be parents of wonderful boys, they always dreamt of having a daughter, so they decided to try for a 3rd child. Honestly, they would have been equally happy with a boy or a girl, but secretly, since they already had 2 sons, they dreamed that it would be a girl. The pregnancy turned out positive, and Angie took a blood test to determine the gender of the baby. It turned out she was pregnant with a girl. During Angie's ultrasound, the doctor noticed something strange. Not just 1, but 3 children in her womb. The new pregnancy revealed another secret. Angie had 2 placentas. This meant that Gino and Angie would become parents to triplets, a pair of identical twins, and a 3rd child, a fraternal twin. Angie and Gino learned that the chances of conceiving triplets are very slim. Only 1 in 4,000 families has the opportunity to become parents to 3 children simultaneously, and they were blessed with this happy event. Along with this, they realized that their lives would change drastically, so they quickly started preparing. They bought a minivan and sought support from their relatives and friends. Both parents also arranged with their employers for parental leave to be able to support each other during this period. Angie's pregnancy was smooth, but at 26 weeks, the fluid level around the babies began causing problems. The doctor recommended her to spend the remainder of the pregnancy in the hospital under constant monitoring. She agreed, doing everything possible to ensure the pregnancy didn't end prematurely and the babies were born healthy. Angie observed bed rest and tried her best to stay healthy for her family. Gino visited his wife every day in the hospital, spending time with her and their sons. They had meals together and spent quality time together. The hospital staff made efforts to create comfort for her, sometimes organizing tours for her to see the neonatal intensive care unit. She was pleased to learn that the medical team was prepared for any unexpected situations. Despite the strong desire to see her children, Angie knew that they would have to stay in the intensive care unit until they were ready to face the outside world. Each additional week in the womb made them stronger, but they decided to do a cesarean section at 32 weeks. The doctors approved this option, considering it the safest. The prepared medical team performed the operation, and Gino was there, holding his wife's hand. After a few hours, their first daughter, Daniela, came into the world, followed by the second daughter, Annabella, and the third, named Camilla. The girls were born prematurely and incredibly tiny. Each weighed only 2.2 pounds, and their lungs were not fully developed, requiring urgent medical assistance. The children were immediately placed in incubators and connected to respirators. Although the parents wanted to hold their children, they understood that the babies needed to be in the intensive care unit. The girls were never alone for a moment, and their parents watched over them around the clock. While the girls' health was still at risk, a few hours after birth, they began breathing on their own. When Angie's condition stabilized, she finally got to see her daughters again. The parents wanted to meet their new family members as soon as possible. When the nurse handed the infants to Gino, they realized that all the challenges they faced during pregnancy were not in vain. They held each child, providing skin-to-skin contact. Such moments of bonding are crucial for newborns, especially for premature ones who sometimes don't open their eyes immediately after birth. But as soon as they were placed on their father's chest, they woke up and responded to his movements. The parents were happy to see their children opening their eyes. They spent only a few weeks in the intensive care unit, then were taken home, and finally they could introduce their children to their older brothers. Thus, the family grew to 7 members. They were very close-knit, although the parents had to face the challenges of raising 5 children. Despite the difficulties, they were always ready to help each other. When the triplets grew up, life with 5 children seemed normal to Angie and Gino, who welcomed their daughters into the world in 2011. Looking at them, no one would guess that they were born prematurely. They are healthy and strong, becoming stronger with each passing moment. The story of these parents shows that dreams sometimes come true, not exactly as we wished, but nevertheless, life is beautiful with its surprises, as it brought so much happiness to this family.